Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today it's going to be all about prepping for flying with dialysis. So right now I am on my way to my dialysis clinic because I had to get some repeated blood work done because a couple days ago I got my hemoglobin checked, but the blood that they got was no good. It was only a little bit, so somehow it clotted or something like that. I'm not really sure, but so we're on our way to do that. And also I'm just basically going to be showing you how to prepare to travel with peritoneal dialysis, all of the packing and everything that you have to do and prepare to travel with peritoneal dialysis, because it's not easy, but it's not hard. It's not like traveling with hemodialysis, which I've never done because I've never done hemodialysis myself. Okay. But basically what you guys have not seen, you do have to call your dialysis company in advance, to at least 2 weeks in advance, to go ahead and get your shipment to wherever you're going. So I'm going to a family member's house, so it is a residence, but if you are staying in a hotel, you can have your stuff delivered there. So I fly out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and no, 8 a.m., but I'm leaving my house around 6:30 a.m. and my treatment usually takes about 9 hours, but I went on and I called my doctor and she said that I can do half of my treatment like this evening, about 5 p.m. to about 10 o'clock, get off so I can go ahead and pack up my machine, and I'll be showing you guys everything that I pack as well. I'm just here to share my story. Living every day with a chronic illness, it's not the end of the world. A lot of people say that they admire me, not to toot my own horn or whatever, but you will see that I do keep moving forward. Like, yes, kidney disease is hard to deal with. It's a lot of adjustments that you have to do and everything, but it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Like, think about it. Thank God that my healthcare is covered and everything, and we have a good healthcare system in America, my opinion, not everyone's opinion, but it's some other people in other countries that they can't even get the treatment that I'm getting. This machine, yeah, I live off of a machine or whatever, but it's still keeping me alive. It's still what is keeping me here today. I wake up every morning because of this machine. Like, you just have to learn how to appreciate life. Like, no matter what happens, no matter how hard life can get or whatever, like, you're gonna get through whatever you're getting through. That's it. Like, that's all is to it. Like, you take it day by day. Like, and that was hard for me because when I got first diagnosed, I was thinking, like, who am I gonna ask for a whole organ? Like, who's gonna donate to me? Like, it's a major surgery. Just a whole bunch of stuff was going through my head. But you guys are gonna get the story time on that, on how I got kidney failure, or how I found out about my kidney disease. I don't know the title yet, but you guys will get that story time soon. I really, really want to get consistent with putting out content because, I want you guys to know my story. Like, that's it. I want you guys to support me. I'm a regular 24-year-old girl. Am I 24? Yes, I am 24. I'm about to be 25 in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, January 2nd. Yeah, shout me out, shout me out, shout me out. This video better go up for my birthday though. That's all I gotta see. But yeah, I want to definitely put out some consistent content. Like, I definitely want to get into a habit of putting a video out every week. if I could. All right, guys, I'll kind of give you a little bit of a rundown of what just happened. So I did my treatment. I'm finally off. I went on and shut it down, cleaned it up and everything. I have to get that in a suitcase, but I'm probably gonna need help. So I did get all of my supply out. Let me just quickly run through and show you kind of like what my checklist is. So first, what I start off with, I have drain lines. I don't usually use these drain lines, but at my sister's house, the way the bathroom is set up, I do have to have a 20-foot extension. So I pulled out 3, but I went on this morning and shipped about 10 or 11 of those for my time of my stay. I did pull out my face mask. I'm not going to take the whole box. I'm just going to take a handful. Enough for, I'm going to be there for 2 weeks, so I'll probably take about 20-25 face masks. And then my caps, I'm going to take out of the box. Like I said, I'm going to be there for 2 weeks, so I'll probably take out about 20 of them. You want to have a little bit more just in case of any mistakes or anything like that. I'm going to put alcohol wipes in my bag, and I do have these little Ziploc bags that you can kind of keep everything in. I have island dressings. This is basically just my bandage that goes over my exit site that protects it, keeps it clean throughout the day, and keeps it from getting snagged and, you know, stuff like that. My nurse did provide me with a travel size of wound cleaner. This is just something to help clean your exit site. It's technically not an open wound, but you just want to keep it clean. I'm gonna have to get a new box of gloves, but I'm basically gonna just take a whole bunch of gloves and put them in a Ziploc bag. I don't usually use gloves. I usually just do the sanitizer, but you never know. You just might need them. Next we have the 4x4s. Well, these are 3x3s, but these are just regular gauze. They're not sterile, but they're regular gauze. I do have a gentamicin cream. This is basically antibiotic. Sometimes your exit site can get a little complicated, like maybe like some crust or, you know, some inflammation. Not to sound gross or anything, but this stuff comes in handy because if your exit site is red and irritated, it can give you peritonitis infection, and that's something that you don't want. Then I have tape. I always have tape because I just tape up my catheter. It's like an anchor tape. Is also another way you can help it stop from getting snagged and pulled on and caught onto things. Anytime I travel, I keep a universal connector. So if I go to the hospital, you know, and they don't have my brand of machine, this is a universal connector. So if I have to stay or anything like that, you know, I'll be able to use it. This clamp here, I've never had to use this, but this is like for an emergency. God forbid if my catheter cracked or it broke, or let me just kind of show you a little bit. If there was like a bend, I mean not a bend, but like a hole, I would be able to clamp it above the hole. Even if it's above this, I would be able to clamp it above it until I get to the hospital or the nearest dialysis clinic. So that's basically it for this. I'm gonna try and get my machine in the suitcase, but this thing weighs about 30 pounds. I do not suggest lifting this by yourself because if you strain, you can actually herniate your catheter out, which is really, really bad. Then you won't be able to use your catheter. I might just wait until my brother comes so he can do it, but it is a very heavy machine. And that's the suitcase that it's gonna go in. Sorry, my background's a little junky, but oh well. Alright, another part of packing, this is one thing that I left out, is always take your blood pressure machine, because that is very important. I'm not packing a scale. I'm not packing my thermometer. I don't usually get fevers. Well, actually, I do get fevers. Maybe I should pack it. Yeah, blood pressure machine, and then all of your medications. Now, I just have my melatonin, my probiotics, you know, for female health or whatever. I also have my painkillers just in case I need them. You know, I just had a hip replacement a month ago, but I have not been taking any painkillers since about a week out from my surgery. This is clonidine just in case I need it if my blood pressure is super duper high. I have my carvedilol, and then I have my midofloric, which is my Cellcept. It's rejection meds, but I'm on it for my lupus. It turns my immune system off. Dramamine is for nausea for the plane. I'll probably take that before I leave. I do have Zofran around here somewhere, but Zofran, you know, it make you real loopy. Just some regular chapstick, and then also very important, your phosphorus binders. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring the big container. I was gonna just take a smaller bottle, but I'm gonna be there for 2 weeks, and that's the last thing I want to run out is binders because I use them so often. So that pretty much wraps up packing for dialysis. I'm gonna see if I can get this machine in. If not, if it's too heavy, I'm definitely gonna leave it for my brother in the morning. Alright guys, so we just got to the gate. My flight is already delayed. So it's only delayed about an hour. It's probably just some technical, mechanical, but I just want to talk about the check-in process. The check-in process is not bad at all. I did have my doctor's note stating that I had a dialysis machine. They did take it and put a note in my check-in process or whatever. And also, because I am on a crutch, a little life hack, I did get wheelchair service, and I literally cut the line. It literally took me maybe 10 minutes to get through security, and mind you, the line snaked around. So little life hack, and they are responsible to get you at your gate on time and everything. You know, you can give them a tip or whatever. And that's about it. So I'm gonna be chilling here until my flight departs in about